Don't be surprised if you do encounter a pop-up shower or storm, a little downpour you may have to dodge here and there. But today we actually don't have that much out on radar at this point. We are at 90 degrees, and so when it's not raining, very typical for summer, of course it's going to be hot. We've made it into the lower 90s. However, our humidity is, it's pretty high, but it's not stifling. So we're only feeling like about 100. We get to those heat advisory kind of numbers when our heat index gets to 108 plus. That might happen by Wednesday or so we will see. But at the moment, at least it's not terrible. And then also we have this little bit of wind from the east up to about 10 miles per hour helping out if you do happen to be outside. Think back 1 year ago in 2023, we were hitting a high of 102. That was the daily record high for that day's date. Keep in mind the average right now is 91, so at least we're closer to average. And by the way, this point in August brings a lot of anniversaries coming up this week. For example, today, 32 years ago, Hurricane Andrew made its Louisiana landfall. Tomorrow's date, 1 year ago, we hit our all-time hottest temperature that has ever been on record at the airport. 105 degrees we hit on August 27th last year. And then, of course, we remember later this week, probably the worst day in a lot of our memories 19 years ago was the Hurricane Katrina landfall, August 29th. And then 3 years ago, we remember Hurricane Ida also made landfall on the exact same date. So not really people's favorite week, I think, of weather in Louisiana, South Louisiana, but we actually don't have anything especially threatening heading our way. We do have a rain chance, though, and you can see a little bit of rain starting to form up right along the coast. We have the surface high to our north, and you can see that moisture surging into Houston. This spin here, that's that upper low that we were pointing out last week, has moved south of our coast and is now moving into Texas. So no organization with that, but some rain for sure, especially to our west. Today, I have a 30% chance of rain. High temperature is about 93, so we're almost there. Here's your afternoon planner as we just hover in the 90s. Now, it could easily drop if you do get a spotty shower or storm, but in general, it will be rather hot. And then our rain chance about 30%. We'll drop it off to 10% for a coastal shower or storm tonight. North of the lake, low temperatures about 73 and south about 79. And you can see on your available moisture map, all the oranges getting darker and surging over Louisiana and kind of pulled off to the north here. That is going to be enough moisture to at least fuel some of these showers and storms that we're expecting. Although it appears we may have a pretty steep drop off from higher rain totals of up to 3+ inches in the reds, especially you can see to our west, of course, to about 1 inch in the blues, to not much rain at all in the greens. So with this setup that we have with that moisture, especially off to our southwest, that will be probably bringing that gradient of rain. So the farther inland you are, the lower chance to get any sort of 1 or 2 kind of inch totals. Today you can see by 6 p.m. maybe a couple of showers and storms, but not much expected through this evening and tonight. Looking ahead to tomorrow, 7 a.m. kind of quiet, and then through the afternoon, this is noon, and then we'll fast forward to about 4 p.m. Not that much rain is actually showing up, so I have about a 20–30% chance of rain tomorrow too. And then we'll up it a little bit at the middle of the week with that surge of moisture, maybe to 40 or 50% by Wednesday and Thursday. And quickly in the tropics, no development expected for the next 7 days. I think most of us will hang on to this kind of forecast as long as we can. September 10th is the peak on average day of the season, and we're almost there now, just a couple of weeks away before we typically see a drop off in tropical activity. But I think we will probably see that increase at some point out in the Atlantic Basin, just not yet. 7-day forecast shows our rain chance again going up by Wednesday and Thursday, staying near 30 or 40% into the weekend with near average temperatures at that point as well.